Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 121 and today is New Year's Day. It is 2016, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really scared by the fact that it's 2016. I mean, seriously, I still write 2014 whenever I write out the date. I swear, I still feel like I'm in 2014, so to think that 2015 has flown past this fast, has really concerned me, but Happy New Year to everyone that is watching this video. Of course, it is New Year's Day, so you've probably got all of the partying out your system, all of that's been done on New Year's Eve, so now you're probably just loafing out on the sofa relaxing, which is a good way to start the year. I hope that you have all of your New Year's resolutions worked out. Let me know what they are down in the comments section, because I love reading those sorts of things. But yes, it is New Year's Day for me right now. However, this is of course going to be released on the Sunday, so it's going to be a little bit later. But yeah, it's a bit of a scary time right now. 2016 is coming. 2015 was an awesome year for me, so hopefully it is just as good. And I just can't wait. I can't wait for 2016 to get started. I do just want to say as well, I apologise that Hermitcraft has been a little bit disrupted over the past couple of weeks due to the Christmas period and also the New Year's and everything like that. I do apologise for that. But we're going to be getting back into the swing of things today because I have got an awesome project today. It's going to be so much fun. It's really quite silly, but I think it's going to be hilarious. So let's crack on and we'll see what I've got. So the cool plan that I've got for today's episode is, as you can see, I have got 17 deaths on the server. Now, I'll be honest, that's a pretty rubbish number of deaths, isn't it? It's not too low, and it's not too high. It's sort of unremarkable. It's in the middle. That's fairly boring. So I guess what we're going to do today is, of course, we can't lose deaths, so we're going to increase our number of deaths. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use redstone, because, of course, I am a redstone engineer. That's the way I deal with problems and things like that. I'm going to use redstone to create some deaths on the server. We've got the death counter there, 17. As you can see, Exuma's on 86. I want to go higher than 86, okay? We're really going to go to town here, and we're going to try and get as many deaths as we possibly can. I want to get into triple figures, basically. I don't know how high into the triple figures, but I definitely want to get into triple figures. So as I say, we are going to be using redstone for this one. That means that we're going to hop into the redstone testing world, and I will show you some of my initial ideas. So here we are. As you can see, the frame rate is struggling just a tiny bit because apparently I've got a ton of redstone clocks and things like that working at the minute. But yeah, the redstone testing world is now starting to push the limits of my PC, which is a little bit concerning because A, my PC is a bit of a beast, so I apologise for those of you who downloaded the world and just completely crippled your computers. But secondly, it means that I'm going to struggle to actually develop redstone contraptions if it gets any worse than this. But anyway, that aside, as you can see, we've got these two contraptions right here. This one is a falling trap. This one is a lava-based one. So if we just hop inside this bed right here, you can see that we stay in the bed, and then when we pop out of the bed, we will land on this block right here and drop right the way down to the floor. But the way that I've designed it is relatively smart because, of course, I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want to be on the Hermitcraft server and keep doing that forever. So instead, I've made it so that I can hop in the bed and then quickly jump off the block. In theory, hopefully, if I just hold down the spacebar. No, not quite. But yeah, you can jump off the block, which means that I should be able to stop myself from dying relatively quickly, which would be quite nice. But this one is definitely easier to stop myself from dying. However, the redstone is a tiny bit more complicated, as you can see right here. Uses a dual-edge monostable circuit to work, and that dispenses out the lava. But if we hop inside this bed right here, of course, we pop out of the bed, we land on the tripwires, and then the lava is dispensed, we get set on fire, we die, and then the lava is retracted. But if we want to stop ourselves from dying, then all we have to do is run across from the lava and jump in that water right there. So that's basically the two designs. Now I have to try and work out which one I'm actually going to use, and I think I'm going to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a fisher by his toe, if he wriggles, let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Good, the lava one. That's the one that I wanted to use. So there we go. That's the one that we're going to be building on the Hermitcraft server, which is going to be good fun. So of course, the first thing that we've got to do is get ourselves a ton of redstone resources. So I've got a few bits and pieces in my inventory. Of course, thanks to false symmetry, we have got about 1 billion redstone resources because she filled the present up there with a ton of redstone stuff. So we have got loads and loads of redstone, loads and loads of bits and bobs. But the one thing that we definitely do need is we need dispensers, and I don't seem to have. I crafted some of these up in a live stream just the other day, and by the look of things, they've just gone walkabouts. I don't really understand where they've gone. I don't know where they've got to. They don't seem to be in any of my chests over here, so that's a bit of a shame. But yes, I've got to gather some redstone resources to create this project, because of course we need to dispense the lava and also deal with all the water and things like that. So I'll quickly do all of that, and then we'll get constructing. Please let there be tripwire hooks in here. Please. Why do I always forget the essential resources required to do I mean, seriously, what is wrong with me? Nope. 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 It's not looking good, is it? What? Where did all that come from? Oh my word, we've got loads and loads of quartz. Okay, well, I suppose it's not a total waste of a journey then. So as you can see, I have started work on our little death machine right here. I've got the dual-edged monostable circuit in place, which, for those of you who are watching, thinking, I have no idea how this works. Basically, when this redstone block is pushed by this piston right here, of course, when we stand on this tripwire right here, the piston, of course, extends, and when the block is between states, it sort of doesn't register as a block anymore, it registers as an entity, and that means that this redstone block no longer powers that redstone. So while it's being pushed and while it's being retracted, it doesn't actually register as a redstone block anymore, which means that we get a really short pulse through the redstone. And then, of course, if we hook that into a redstone torch, a bit like this one right here, if we quickly just craft one up, so we're going to hook that into a redstone torch, and then we're going to run the redstone output out of that one right there, using some redstone here into that one. Hopefully that pulse is long enough to actually deal with this sort of thing. Then we will have our lava inside that right there, and we've got to be really careful now because otherwise the lava will flow everywhere. So we'll just fill in all these blocks and place in our signs. But that basically means that this system is now pretty much up and running. So this is going to be our little lava hole. That there, and that there, and then we need one right there as well. And let's just have a look. Oh, why did I do it? Why did I test it on myself? Oh, I don't think things through, clearly. I walked in there with all my armor. I've lost my boots. Oh, those boots were amazing. Oh. 2016 is not the year for me. Can I go back to 2015, or can I just move straight to 2017? Because clearly, it's just, yeah, it's not going well so far. Okay, I have warned Exuma that there is going to be potential death spam from all of this, so let's just give this machine a bit of a test. I've taken off all my armor, I have got absolutely nothing on me, and I think the first way that I'm going to do this is I'm just going to drown myself, which I know is a pretty nasty way to go. Of course, I probably could just use the mechanism, but no, this seems like a more sensible way. It's going to build up some suspense, and hopefully, okay, fingers crossed, if everything goes to plan, I will respawn next to my bed, I will land on the tripwire, I will then be set on fire by all of the lava and everything like that, and then, of course, I will die, respawn, and yeah, it will repeat the whole process once again. So here goes, I am now about to respawn, I'm on fire, and it's registering it, and I'm gone, and then all I have to do is click respawn. Oh my word, I could do this all day. This is going to be so easy. This is going to be easy. All I have to do... Oh, I could set up like a macro or something like that. Oh, this is amazing. I could reach 1,000 deaths, I reckon, if I AFK'd like this. Okay, how could I do this? I need one of those like pecking bird things that just goes down, up and down, and just hits my mouse occasionally, because then I could just leave it running for days. Shall I get 1,000 deaths? What am I on right now? I'm on 24 already. Oh, I'm so tempted. I really am so tempted. I'm going to get my thoughts together. I'm going to try and work out what I can use to spam my mouse click button, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm currently on 30 deaths, as you can see right here. That didn't take long whatsoever. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a macro, so that's like an automatic clicking macro, because what I hadn't realised is when you die, of course, your cursor is right in the middle, and the respawn button is directly in the middle. So you don't have to move your mouse at all, which means that if we just set it up so that it auto-clicks left click, then we're going to be absolutely fine. I can walk away, I can do a bunch of things, and then we can come back and see just how many deaths I've managed to get on the Hermitcraft server, which should be really quite interesting. I will apologise to all of the hermits who are trying to play overnight or something like that, and they're just going to be spammed with my deaths. But this is for the good of the server, because I want to hit something stupid, some ridiculously high number of deaths. So yeah, as I say, I'm going to download myself a macro. We're going to see if we can get this thing up and running, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this should all work. Bit of an update for you guys. I'm sort of struggling here. I've downloaded a program, and of course I have to create a script for the macro, and I'm not very good. Well, I don't know the scripting language that it's in, so I'm sort of struggling through. Nothing's really working currently, but I will report back with my results soon. I'm not very good at this sort of thing, so I'm sort of muddling through. I do have some basic programming understanding and things like that, so it shouldn't be too bad, but hopefully I can get this up and running. If not, I will ensue the help of my friends, so we should be good to go. Guys, I've done it! I've actually managed to do it, look! If I press the M button, we spam, we spam, we spam, we spam. Look, we are just clicking away. It's just repeated clicking, as you can see right here. Then when we hit N, it turns off. So I've actually managed to do that, and I'll put the script down in the description if you do want to check that one out. But now, I guess I've just got a ton of dying to do. Like, just loads of dying to do right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in the bed. And then I guess I'm just going to have to start up the macro as soon as I hop outside the bed. So we'll hit the M button in a couple seconds now. And then we should be good to go. Hopefully we're not going to take out any blocks. This could be perfect. This could be perfect. This could be perfect. I've made an AFK death machine. Oh my word. I'm so sorry. But this is gonna be brilliant. Oh, I broke the string. I've broken everything. Oh no. Okay, maybe that wasn't so hot. Alright, let's just hop back in there and we'll start up again. I'll start my auto-clicking macro. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often. Do you reckon that was a one-off thing? I'm hoping that was a one-off thing. I'm just going to leave it be and we'll see how many deaths we can rack up. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll let you know if things break down in a couple seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, in around about 30 seconds, I managed to get myself 13 deaths. This thing does appear to be working really quite reliably, which is lovely. My macro is, of course, working absolutely fine. So we have got ourselves a fully automatic death machine. This is an automatic way to die in Minecraft, which is brilliant. We've made ourselves an AFK death machine, which I think is hilarious. I mean, what a funny contraption to create. And I just can't wait to rack up triple figures, maybe even 4 figures. And if I'm feeling really bold, obviously I'm not going to be able to do this in one day, but 5 figures is sort of my goal here. Maybe over the next couple months or so, I'll try and work towards 5 figures, because I think that would be absolutely hilarious. But anyway, as you can see, my bed is here, the death machine is here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go AFK for a little while, and we will see how many deaths I can get in that short space of time. And you know what? I think I'm going to time-lapse it, because that will look really quite funny. So guys, I have currently got 100 deaths on the Hermitcraft server. We got there relatively quickly. I set my frame rate down to 2 frames a second there for that time lapse, so I have no idea if that looks any good. Probably looks a little bit rubbish, but I was expecting to go for a little bit longer there, but we did that for about 15 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go properly AFK. I'm going to go away, I'm going to eat some food, probably watch some things on Netflix, for example, that How to Make a Murderer thing, because I've heard it's fantastic, and I haven't watched it yet. I've heard brilliant things about it, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll come back upstairs and see how many deaths I've got once I return. But one thing that I am thinking is we probably need to mob-proof this base, maybe? Just a little bit, because if a creeper blows this up, then that will really be bad news. But anyway, now what I'm going to do, as I say, fully AFK now, and we'll see how many deaths I can get once I return. So guys, as you can see, I currently have 1,000 deaths on the Hermitcraft server, which is... that's a very nice round number, isn't it? I came upstairs, we're on about 980, and I was like, ooh. I hit record, and I decided to record that tiny little clip there of us getting to 1,000, and it was really a shame because I was recording it, you know, there was only a couple deaths left to go, and then the machine broke, so of course we had to get some new string, and then we finally made it to 1,000, which is a bonkers number. Like, that is a crazy number of deaths. So there we go. We have managed to make it to 1,000 deaths. As you can tell, I've just come upstairs from eating, which means that my voice might sound a little bit strange. I don't know if you guys get this. This is going to sound completely bonkers, but sometimes after eating lots of food, my voice sounds completely different. Not completely different, that's a lie, because otherwise people are going to be down in the comment section saying, oh, you know, I can't hear any change, but it does sound slightly different. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, as you can see, we did lose our boots from this entire situation, but I have to say, 1,000 deaths, that looks absolutely hilarious. However, I do sort of want to get to 10,000. I'm not going to do that in today's episode, obviously, because that would take hours, but I would like to get 10,000 deaths on the Hermitcraft server. I think that would be a good number to get to, simply because I have no idea what that will look like in the tab menu. It will look completely strange. I don't know what will happen there. But anyway, 1,000 deaths on the Hermitcraft server. Now, quickly before I go, I've got something to show you guys over here, but then we will be heading off. So the other day in a Monday evening live stream, we did a tiny bit of work in this area up at the top here. This is the viewing station from my base. You can see all of the bits and pieces from up at the top here, including the Enderman. And also, if we take a look, we've got the death machine. I love that thing. I think I'm going to just keep that thing around. And maybe if any of the hermits want to drop by and use it, perhaps on the Hermitcraft server, try and compete with me. Maybe we could have like a death wars. So whoever gets the most deaths on the server by the end of January wins, I don't know, a couple stacks of diamonds. That would be a fun thing. That would be a fun thing to play, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that thing around. But anyway, yeah, in a Monday evening live stream, we built a few gizmos up in this section here. So I think you guys have seen these ones. These are the ender stations, which give you exactly 16 ender pearls, I do believe, hopefully, if it's all worked. Yep. So there we go. We've got 16 ender pearls there, and we have another one of those over there as well. And then also, we constructed ourselves some hidden crafting bench systems, which you guys know I absolutely love. I love these things. They look absolutely awesome. There's no real use for them. There's no need to hide away hidden crafting benches and things like that. But I just think it's a cool looking mechanism because, let's face it, that looks considerably better than that, in my personal opinion. So that's why we use redstone to hide those guys away. So I just quickly wanted to show you that before I left on today's episode. I do apologise, it's been a little bit shorter than the average one. I did have a few other plans and things like that, but I spent most of my recording time today trying to work out how to program a macro, because I've never done that before, but that's definitely a skill that is going to come in handy. I mean, I'm not going to use it forever, and it's currently turned off at the minute, but it's not something that I'm obviously going to use in Minecraft because that's a little bit cheaty and things like that, but it's definitely something that I've always wanted to learn how to do, and I guess this Hermitcraft episode has sort of forced me into it, and forced me into trying to work out how all of these things work. But anyway, unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.